Well, my name is Jake Vaughan, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm currently in the Minnesota Army National Guard, and just returned home from annual training from California just about a week ago. My very first drill at my unit was back in February, and they asked me they were getting to know me. They're like, "Are you in school?" And I was like, "Yep, I'm in school." And they're like, "What are you studying?" And I was like, "Pastoral studies," and kind of all threw them off. They're like, "So you're gonna be a preacher?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Why'd you join the infantry?" I was like, "I don't know, it's cool. I want to fight for my country, I guess." Immediately started giving me a hard time for it and making fun of me for it, but I just kind of took it with a grain of salt. And now it's been, I think, 8 months since that first time that I introduced myself. Their nickname for me is Preacher, and they always refer to me as Preacher, and jokingly always ask me to pray for them, and never really realize that I'm actually serious when I say yes, I will. It's definitely made my faith stronger and made me realize that it's real. Persecution is real. We always hear about it in different countries, and even though I didn't face hardcore persecution, being beat up or killed for my faith, but it was more just constant jabs at me about it. I would try to help somebody and be like, "Shut up, don't you have to go pray to Jesus?" And I'm just here to help, and if they want to make fun of me for it, they can, but it's never gonna affect what I believe. I only know his last name, it's Benson. Benson, yep, that's his name. We were driving down, I guess it was a road, just more of a trail through the desert, just us two in our vehicle, and he just started asking me questions about life, and just started asking me questions about Christianity, and what my thoughts on where we go when we die, my thoughts on how things were created, and I was like, "Dude, if you want to know what I believe, here it is," and I just laid it all out. He thinks it's possible to be perfect, that people can be perfect, and I was like, truth is, no one can be perfect. Jesus is the only perfect person to ever walk this world, and sin entered this world and infected us all, and the only way to cleanse ourselves of those sins is to turn to Jesus and just admit your wrongs and to believe in your heart that He is the one true Savior and that He died for us and rose again. The only way to be saved is to believe that. He was more so it's interesting, but I still don't really know what to think. And I took that as a win, and I continued to share with him just more and more about who Christ is and what the church is like and what it means just to be a believer and a follower of Christ. And I just felt this burden just for all the lost people. It just seems like every day I just got more and more sad for how lost the guys were, and it just was they don't know the truth, and I have this truth and this key to hope and eternity that I can share.